Okay guys, in this video I'm gonna teach you how to generate strategies with genetic algorithms in AmigoQuant.com. You're gonna see that is very simple, and we have to start by going to the dashboard by clicking our profile icon. So we click here and we can see that we have the menu genetic algorithms. We are gonna go to this menu and we are gonna press now the run genetic algorithm button. So once we press it here, we have a big form that we have to fill. So first of all, I'm gonna put a name. For example, I closed it by mistake. For example, I'm gonna put here GI video. And now I have to make sure that I select a dataset that is loaded. So for example, here I have this one that is loaded because it has this icon with a different color. And now we can start with the genetic algorithm form. So here we have the population size. I'm gonna be putting, for example, 5 individuals, then mutation rate of 0.1. Here, for example, I can put the maximum amount of entry rules, which is gonna be 2. The same goes for the exit rules. The number of generations, for example, I can put here 5 generations. The fitness metric, which is going to be the net profit. And what I want to do with this, I want to maximize it. Okay, so now it comes the fun part. So here I have to select all the different indicators. So for example, I select RSI, moving average, Bollinger Bands, and MACD. And here the conditions that I want to use on each of the indicators. So for example, I want to select this for the RSI, for example, this for the moving average, this for the Bollinger Bands, and lastly for the MACD, let's say that I want to select all of this. So as we said here, we are just gonna have 2 entry roles maximum, but we have now 20 conditions to choose randomly. So we are gonna set here some conditions that are gonna be that every single individual is gonna have yes or yes. It is a must. So for example, I'm gonna say that the condition for only one trade has to be there yes or yes. So we set that here, and I have to do the exact same thing for the exit conditions. And here I'm gonna be putting the stop loss and the take profit. So finally, I just choose the risk, and now I have to fill more information which is related to each condition. So basically I can configure each condition, but some of the values are already filled with a default value that we can change. Or for example, here I can set the stop loss, I can set the take profit, and finally I can set the risk. So now that we have this, we are going to start this run, and we just have to wait a little bit because depending on the genetic algorithm that we have configured, it will take more or less time. Indeed, it has finished. So now we are gonna press here save, and what we are going to do is that we are gonna load this genetic algorithm. So now here we have all this information, and we could open each of these tests to see how these configurations are looking, and for example, the profit they generated, and etc. For example, we will see that a lot of the individuals didn't really make anything or didn't really make a trade because the conditions that were selected were not the best. But we can see that others work a little bit better. Lastly, one thing that I want to show you is that if we press this button, we can save the configuration of our form so that if in the future we want to select the same genetic algorithm optimization, we can just load the form and we can do it quite quickly. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, give it a like, share, subscribe, and we see each other in the next one.